What's going on? We are live. What's up, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? This is your boy Puertorock 77, and I'm back at you. Um, Hold on, let me get this craziness out the way, and we could kick it. We could kick this live, man. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. I hope everybody's looking forward to this weekend. I hope you all get to enjoy your weekend, and stuff like that. If you don't, if you have to work, you know how it is. That's life. That's the hustle. But if you could get some gaming in, get some gaming in. You know what I'm saying? It's all good right here. Normally, I would be doing a podcast, but due to the time zone difference, the reality is the podcast will be like 2 in the morning my time and 8 p.m. East Coast time. But I have to wake up early in the morning, so uh, I'll be doing this little quick individual live stuff. Get some stuff popping, get some conversation going, do a little bit of gaming today, playing Anthem, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Hope to see y'all next week with the podcast. All right. But I want to shout out the chat real quick. I want to thank everybody for rocking out with me. Lionel B, yo, was good. Thank you so much for rocking out. Who else is up in here? Ice Cream Gaming, Project Cloud. What's going on? Thank you so much for showing up. Appreciate it. NeoXis Zero was good. You know what I'm saying? What else we got up in here? Everybody. Craig Harris, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you for rocking out. Roman Knight, Ruben Charles, Ken Ben, Antonio, what's up? RE5 Slayer, yo, what's good? Harry Heck, what's good? Hopefully this is a little bit friendly European time as well. SS9 was good. Damn, everybody's moving up. Chat's filling up nicely. Noi Cho was good. I don't think I remember seeing you that name. But Noi, thank you. What's up, man? Quanvo, damn, everybody's all up in here. Raph the Emperor, Beats Games Life. Haven't seen you in a while, I think. What's going on, man? Appreciate it. Brett Reed, Blue, what's up? Twisted, the Vel, and we got the Destroyer. Damn, everybody's up in here. If you could hit the like button, Irrelevant Native, what's up? The Noob of Games. If everybody could hit the like button, I would truly appreciate it. Twisted Sin, everything's good. Rodimus J, what's up? Special K. I'm glad everybody's here. J Dog, the Cajun Gamer. Yeah, that's what's up. Rick Figueroa, what's up? I'll be on in a few, Rick. Send me a message. Puertorock 77. I'm still in the beginning stage. I'm like level 9. Haven't been able to hit it hard. Hopefully, I'll be able to hit it hard this weekend. Christian McCoy, Michael Lynch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, Silverburst. But anyway, room's filling up nicely. But again, if you don't mind, hit the like button. Also, YouTube is on some crazy stuff. I guess when you hit the like button, it doesn't circulate through your favorite social media platform. Danny Stab, what's up? So if you don't mind, if you could take the time, copy and paste the link and post it through your favorite social media platforms and stuff like that. King Matic, what's good? I will truly appreciate it. So we could get a nice crowd up in here, and we can have the conversation going. All right. So let me do this. Okay. So what are we talking about here, right? So you see the title, false info being spread about PlayStation, Nintendo. So let me tackle that first. All right. Rooster, Horizon Zero Dawn sold 10 million. Hell yeah, we're going to talk about a little about that. That's pretty much part of the conversation I want to have. All right. So what do I mean by false info being spread? Okay. And damn, already it's right out the gate. Dark Link, man, appreciate it. $5 super chat showing support. So P-Rock, time to preach some facts. Of course, that's what you're coming here for. Jemiah Dixon was good. Thank you for showing up. That was good. Damn, everybody's up in here. All right. Carlos, dímelo. All right. Dímelo, mani. But anyway, first topic. All right. False info being spread about PlayStation and Nintendo. So where am I getting at with this? All right. Obviously, with rumors heavily leaning towards Microsoft pushing their games on other platforms, and rumors being heavily geared towards their games appearing on Nintendo and potentially appearing on PlayStation. People within that community, within the Xbox community, I guess to compensate, are now saying that Nintendo and Sony are going to do the same exact thing. That this is the future of gaming. And this is what I find funny, because apparently whatever Microsoft does, everyone has to do it. That's the thing I get. This is the vibe I always get. Oh, Microsoft doing it? Oh, that means everybody else doing it. Let me ask you something. Does the Golden State Warriors worry about what the New York Knicks does in basketball? Does the New England Patriots worry about what the New York Jets are doing? You know, people at the top of their game don't worry about what third place be doing. You know what I'm saying? That's not how the strategy goes. All right. They're doing this to compensate instead of just accept reality. Microsoft, for 3 generations, right, at their best, sold about the same amount of consoles as Sony's worst selling PlayStation console, PlayStation 3. They both sold 80 million. That's Microsoft's best. That is not Sony's best. In fact, Sony considered that gen a failure for them. You understand what I'm saying? These companies have 2 different forms of success. The success Microsoft tried to originally achieve is what PlayStation is doing now, is what Nintendo's doing now with the Switch. To get a dedicated product out there where it sells a lot and everybody buys their games on that platform. But it hasn't worked out for them. In fact, anything that Microsoft tried to do this gen hasn't worked out for them. Kinect has not worked out for them. Cloud gaming has not worked out for them. Remember UWP? UWP, right? Universal Windows Platform, where you could get, with one code, you can get games across PlayStation not PlayStation, Xbox and PC instantly. So now this is going to bring more PC games to Xbox. That didn't happen either. In fact, PlayStation's getting more PC games than Xbox games. If anything, more games went from Xbox to PC than vice versa. Then they had Xbox One S. Ooh, Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray, UHD. That's the key. That was the same success that PS2 had. DVD. Everybody bought it for DVD, so everybody's going to buy Xbox One S because of Blu-ray or UHD Blu-ray. That shit flopped so bad that even Samsung is getting out of the UHD hardware. And then finally, the Xbox One X is all about the best version of third-party multiplats. People just want their power. Now we're going to give them power. Even that flopped. Like everything Microsoft said, this is the way to go, has not panned out. Now, all of a sudden, they figured out the key. Everybody wants to play the games on the phone, apparently. Everybody. All console gamers. That's the future. That's what's being spread by this certain segment of Microsoft gamers. That everybody is dying to play God of War on a 5-inch phone with touchscreen controls. Oh no, wait. You can buy a control and carry that around with you. That's apparently what we want. That's what we need right now. To play God of War 2, the next God of War, the next Spider-Man on a 5-inch phone with a controller. At a bus stop in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yo, you can't make this shit up. Yo, the same people. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what's crazy. When Xbox announced Project Scorpio in 2016, right? In E3 2016, I'm doing podcasts with Zaire, D, everybody in various places. For that whole damn year, I've been through podcast after podcast just hearing about power, best version, uncompromised 4K, the best resolutions, the best frame rates, uncompromised for a whole year, Ryzen and Vega on the One X. And how gaming was all about the better version of the multiplats. You have no many times to ad nauseum how I kept hearing resolutions, not graphics. We want 4K textures. It was ridiculous. A whole year of this crap. A whole year, right? And then the Xbox launch, the Xbox One X launch in November, right? You know how many times my timeline was filled with that stupid Rise of Tomb Raider pictures of the PC, the PlayStation, and then, the Xbox One X, and then the PS4 Pro version? You know how many times I seen pictures of soupy textures. So pretty much the whole year after that was nothing but soupy textures and the worst versions to ad nauseum. Now, after all that, these people want to play on a phone. Son, stop it. You not fooling me, dog. You ain't paid $500 and then you're okay with playing your games on a damn tablet. On dog shit wireless internet. You out your goddamn mind for 2 years. These dudes was the same dudes that when the 1S came out, they didn't even believe in streaming movies. Oh no, I can't stream movies. I gotta have it in 4K. The absolute best 4K has to be played off disc. Now you're gonna tell me you're gonna play this shit on a 6-inch phone? Stop with the nonsense, bro. No one wants to do that shit, bro. And yes, you know what? Yes, I know. You know why? Because I look at the shit phone gamers play, and it is not hard. Who are those dudes? Say, bro, you got Dealer, you got Cole. It's everywhere. Who isn't saying it in the Xbox camp? Who isn't? There's very few Xbox gamers not saying it. They're all over the place. Bro, come on, bro. Unless you don't have a Twitter, it's crazy. They're all over the place. It's insane. Now, the dudes that talk about 4K nonstop wants to play on a phone. Carlos Fernandez, thank you for the super chat. He said, this gen is a dunzo, manito, pero estos pendejos don't want to acknowledge the truth. Remember, survive together. Now they're trying to spread their bullshit on PlayStation, Nintendo. Listen, you guys don't even know shit about your own platform. You guys were wrong about everything on your preferred brand. Xbox is the shit you guys do. That's your livelihood. And you got it all wrong. Y'all don't even know shit about your own console. Now you're going to try to preach PlayStation, Nintendo? Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. You don't know shit. Stop. What is all y'all talking about? Now y'all think Nintendo's gonna put their games on Xbox? You think they're gonna put Mario on Xbox? Stop. You not getting no Mario, dog. Stop it. You're not getting God of War on Xbox. You're not even going to get on Verizon streaming. Stop. Nintendo and Sony don't have issues selling their consoles. PlayStation and Nintendo are a global brand. They sell all over. And because they sell all over, they have to cater to different markets. They have lots of users that depend on physical discs, and they're not going to avoid them. They have lots of users that while they're still connected, their connection is not stable. They have to cater to a bigger demographic than Microsoft does. And yes, PlayStation and Nintendo caters to a bigger demographic. They have more people on their platform. They have more regions to worry about. And all those regions are successful. It's what makes those consoles successful. Microsoft is a regional brand. That's it. They do well in different parts. And 60% of their success is the United States. It's simple. Microsoft cannot rely selling content, selling games, selling DLC, making money off a third party, strictly off of Xbox console sales. It doesn't sell enough to take advantage of the software sales. It doesn't. They need more. They need more devices to make this money. So their first step was the easiest step. PC is Windows. They don't have to answer to nobody to make games on Windows. It's their operating system. So they created the stores. Watson, thank you so much for the super chat. MS doesn't want their games, they want the audience. All right. MS wants their audience. You are correct. They want the audience because they need people to sell their games to. It's these Xbox dudes that think Nintendo wants to put games on an Xbox. Let me ask you this. The Xbox hardly sells, so why would Nintendo get out of it? They're selling more consoles and reaching a bigger audience than Microsoft does. They don't need them. Their games is already selling 12 million units right off the bat. So they get the console sales and they get the software sales. Same thing with PlayStation. Horizon Zero Dawn just sold 10 million. It's a brand new IP. A brand new IP. Think about this. A brand new IP from Guerrilla Games sold more copies than Gears of War or Halo 5. Gears of War 4 or Halo 5, because those games didn't sell 10 million. Think about that. What makes y'all think PlayStation needs Verizon game streaming? What makes y'all think Nintendo needs to put their games on PlayStation or Xbox or Google game streaming? Harry Heck, thank you so much for the super chat. Sony's business strategy: high quality games in low quantities at dedicated places. Microsoft business strategy: low quality games in higher quantities pretty much everywhere. Facts and reality. It just seems like that. That's the perception right now. Microsoft needs a bigger audience, and they can't get it with their console. They can't get that audience. They can't get the reach. Xbox One consoles or Xbox consoles don't have the reach. They need more devices. So PC is a device. They're going to put games on that. You know, with cloud streaming, they could get the smaller, weaker devices like phones and tablets, you know, games that can't natively run these games. So they got those devices. And make no mistake, these rumors, but it makes sense. There's no reason from that. If their thought is to reach an audience, then there's no reason for them to not put their games on Nintendo and PlayStation because it's already done. The damage is already done. Microsoft games everywhere is already done. The fact that they put it on Nintendo Switch isn't the straw that broke the camel's back about, oh, okay, now Xbox is it's already done. At this point, if you're going to get an Xbox, you're probably more concerned about power. You're hoping the next Xbox console is the most powerful. Your friends are playing on it exclusively, so you want to play with your friends, or you like the ecosystem / Xbox Live. That's pretty much Xbox at this point. DJ Almighty said, remember Microsoft never wanted to make a console. They only did it because Sony and Nintendo denied putting Windows on their console. I haven't read into that. I know I've seen the history of Xbox, but of course, you know, things could get twisted. Carlos, thank you for the super much again. Phil stated a 2 billion player install for the brand, but the planet has 7.2 billion people. Even most high-rated companies reach only a small portion of the planet's population. Watson, Xbox Live is the key. Live is basically the virus. Well, Live is one portion. I know everybody keeps talking about. Let me talk to Carlos for a minute. 2 billion install base, and it's funny because everybody keeps talking about 2 billion install base. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at, and I mentioned this before. Spotify. Spotify has 500 million users. Probably the largest streaming service, period, that's out there. Between music, movies, and gaming, Spotify is the largest. 500 million, right? Halfway to a billion. They don't even have a billion yet, but 500 million is not to sneeze at. But look what it took for them to get to 500 million. Number one, Spotify is a free app. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay a monthly charge. They do have a premium service to pay a monthly charge, but you don't really need it. Just to enjoy Spotify, the free service. That's number one. Number two, Spotify is more accessible than any streaming app, any game streaming app will ever be. Game streaming apps will not reach the places Spotify can reach. And you guys might be talking about, like, what are you talking about, Puertorock? For example, Spotify is on smartwatches. Who's going to stream a game on a smartwatch? Like, that's impossible. The screen is like 2 inches big. You can't do nothing on a smartwatch with a game. You know what I'm saying? Two, you don't need powerful internet to stream Spotify. 3G and you're good. That's all you need. All you need is a 3G network. You don't need 5G. You don't even need 4G. You don't need 4G LTE. 3G, you're streaming Spotify. shitty, crappy McDonald's Wi-Fi, Starbucks Wi-Fi, you can stream Spotify. Very low latency, low bandwidth internet is needed for Spotify. To stream these games, they're talking 5G. We don't even have 5G yet. And then when we do get it, how many people are actually going to have it? Spotify is the most accessible, the most easily adaptable, the most reachable streaming service on the planet. There will never be another streaming service as easy as Spotify. And yet they got 500 million. That's what it takes to reach 500 million. Microsoft will never reach 2 billion. It's never going to happen. Be lucky if they could even reach 100 million cloud subscribers. I don't think they're even going to do that. I don't even see that. So that's what's crazy, you know. To answer the next one, my man, about the Xbox Live, basically the catalyst. A lot of people are looking at this as a one or nothing situation. I don't see Microsoft being that one or nothing. You know, either you do this or you don't get nothing from us. I don't see that. I see they just going to say yes to anything. For the platforms they could push live on, they're going to push live. For the platforms they could push Game Pass, they're going to push Game Pass. For the platforms they could direct publish, meaning you could buy the game, whether it's digital or physical, and install it, they're going to do that too. They're not going to limit themselves on just one thing. They're not going to be like, well, PlayStation will direct publish Gears and all our games, but you must have Xbox Live or Game Pass or xCloud. Oh, no, you don't want Game Pass? Then fine, you get nothing from us. Then I don't think they're going to do that, because no matter how they tailor their strategy, they're going to make money any way they can. For example, if Nintendo's cool with Xbox Live and Game Pass, then of course, Microsoft is going to put Xbox Live and Game Pass. And whatever game they can direct install, like Ori, The Blind Forest, Cuphead, you know, whatever game they can direct publish, they'll direct publish. For PC, laptops, tablets, phones, they can't direct publish on those devices, but they'll do xCloud. You know, if iOS says, hey, you can't put Game Pass on our platform, but you could put Xbox Live and direct publish whatever games you want to, or xCloud, then Microsoft will do that. If Google, Android says do whatever the hell you want, Microsoft will do whatever they want. Windows, obviously, they'll do Windows, whatever they're allowed to. They'll go to Mac. Hey, Mac, can we put Game Pass on your OS? Mac is like, cool, yeah, do it. Yeah, cool. Have Game Pass. Microsoft Store, xCloud, yeah, you could do it all. They go to Sony. Hey, Sony, can we do this? They're like, no, but you could direct publish your games and we'll sell them on our store. Cool. We'll direct publish games. There's no limit to Microsoft what they're going to do, because no matter what decision and what platform they do, they have a presence everywhere and they're going to make money some way, somehow. I mean, let's be honest, Watson. Horizon Zero Dawn just sold 10 million exclusively on PlayStation. It's not a multi-plat. There is no other place to play Horizon Zero Dawn. Only one place. You're telling me if they could even sell 5 million copies on just PlayStation alone, digital and physical, you don't think Microsoft's going to take that sales? Hell yeah, they're going to take those sales. Then that's just 5 million. If they could get 10 million, if they can sell 10 million copies of Halo, Gears of War on a PlayStation console, that's half the battle right there. Imagine you add like another 5 or 6 on Xbox and then add like another 1 or 2 on Nintendo. You're talking 18, 19 million, almost 20 million in PC. You're talking Halo reaching 20 million sold for the first time ever. That's Call of Duty numbers now. Now you're talking Call of Duty numbers, which has never been done before. I think the closest was Halo 3 with 13 or 14 million. Microsoft would love for Gears of War. Gears of War, I don't think it ever sold 10 million at any point on any of his games. None of the Gears game have ever sold 10 million. I think the breaking highest was 8. Think about that. You don't think Microsoft would love the opportunity to say Gears of War just sold 17 million copies across all platforms? Hell yeah, they will love that. They're not going to limit themselves to anything. So I don't think live is going to be either you take live Game Pass or you don't get nothing from us. I think they're just going to do whatever they can do based on the platform that limits them. And it'll be okay. Harry Heck, I'm working and have limited time for gaming, so my preference is high quality gaming in lower quantities. I demand quality out of my quality time. I'm the same way as myself. I said it before. I will never recommend a game simply because it's cheap. I will recommend a high quality $60 game before I recommend a low quality $5 game. I'm not, and the reason why to me I do that is because no matter what, whether you play the $60 game or the $5 game, you're still investing your time. 5 hours of gaming is still 5 hours of gaming, 10 hours of gaming, 20 hours of gaming. That's still time out of your life. So gaming is two parts: the money you spend and the time you invest. To me, the time I invest is more important than the money I spend because I could always make more money. I don't get more time. I could go to sleep tonight and don't wake up tomorrow. And imagine the last game I played was knack. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, gaming gotta involve my time. I'm not gonna play anything. I'm not gonna play anything. Just anything just to play. That's true, but like I said, Ask Watson, thank you so much for the super chat. He says you have to have live silver to use Game Pass. Yeah, you have to have an account to access Game Pass. That's true. But let's say like if Sony don't want Game Pass on PlayStation, right? Because Game Pass involves third-party games, and Sony wants the third-party sales off of their network, not off of Microsoft. Will that stop Microsoft from being like, well, since you don't want our Game Pass, we're not going to put Halo on your platform? I don't think Microsoft is going to do that. I think Microsoft was. It's like EA. Sony told EA, give you a perfect example. I'll give you a real life example. EA has EA access. They offered it to Sony. Sony said no. We don't want EA access on PlayStation. Of course, Sony said some bullshit, but the reality is they don't want this third-party service where you could play EA games for $5 a month. Sony wants you to buy the games directly from their PSN store, right? That's the truth. Let's call it a spade, right? But that didn't stop EA from still making games for PlayStation because they know no matter what, yeah, sure, we don't got EA access on PlayStation, but we're still going to sell games and make money off of the direct sales. Battlefield's still going to sell. Anthem's still going to sell. Madden definitely is going to sell. FIFA is going to sell a lot. They're still going to sell games and make money off of PlayStation. I think Microsoft will still have the attitude. Sony will tell them, no, we don't want Game Pass. All right, fine. We'll just direct publish games onto your platform. Because again, Halo will sell on PlayStation. Let's not lie to each other. Halo will sell. Gears will sell. Forza will sell. Let's be honest. Forza will sell a lot on PlayStation because there's a lot of racing fans on that platform. You know what I'm saying? And that's the world we hear. That's the world we're in. Now, is this the same situation for PlayStation and Nintendo? Not really. Because their strategy actually works. Their games, their exclusives is what's helping sell the consoles. It's what's helping giving them an identity. It's what's helping them giving them a worldwide appeal. So this strategy is working. In fact, if you look at PlayStation, right? PlayStation 4, it's the most successful console of all time, pretty much in the metrics. Granted, PlayStation 2 sold 150 million, but it has nowhere near generated the revenue that PS4 is at 90 plus million. PlayStation 4 is through the roof. It's ridiculous what it's doing. It is unequivocally the most successful console of all time. It doesn't make sense for Sony to get away from this strategy when it's the best ever. Nintendo, look at what they're doing. They're through the roof. They're setting records in hardware sales, and their games are selling phenomenally. Their first party, I think, what is it? Super Smash Bros. Sold like 12 million in 3 weeks? That is ridiculous. These exclusives on one platform are selling just as good as big multiplats that are on every device. Look at Tomb Raider. Shadow Tomb Raider, it reached, 4 million sales across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. 4 million sales across all those devices. Spider-Man, in 3 months, just on PlayStation, 9 million sales. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, 12 million. It's crazy, you know? But of course, to compensate what Microsoft's doing, instead of just being real and calling a spade, and some people are calling it, some people are being real about this. Some people are concerned about the future Xbox because they're admitting, they're saying, you know what? Without exclusive games, a lot of people won't see this as a necessary platform to get. They're being real about it. But a lot are just being delusional, saying that this is the future of gaming. Since when do console gamers care about phone gaming now all of a sudden? The truth is they don't. They're just corporate slaving. Why? I don't know, because phone gaming is really not in their best interest. They're lying. A lot of these dudes don't even got the Switch. Most of them don't even play on Nintendo handhelds. But now all of a sudden they want gaming on the go. When they don't own a Switch, they never really played on Nintendo handhelds. Now all of a sudden there's this fever. Come on, man. Let's stop it. Let's be realistic. Right? Big Cloud Gaming, what's up, brother? What's up, Ryan? How's everything? The reality is this. Microsoft is taking a chance, trying to go for a market that may not pan out for them. Because I think the phone market is flooded with people like my wife, like my daughter, and their friends. They play these really crazy ass games. But they like it. That's what they like. That's what they play. I look at the shit, I'd be like, what the? I'd be like, what? Like, what the hell is this? But that's what they like. And you can't knock them for it. It's their platform. That's why I think the main problem. We got console gamers trying to dictate what phone gamers like. Nah, Chief. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. We don't get to do that. It's not our platform. Phone gaming is not our platform. That's not us. We have no sway in there. We're not the phone gaming is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we're not the ones contributing to it. Somebody is. And those somebody are the ones that decide what they want to play. They don't want to play the console games that we got. They're not interested in that. Console gaming is not inaccessible. You can go out there and get a console for $200 brand new, $250 brand new, if they really want to play these games. Ahmed says, you mean you don't play sausage flip? Yo, shit is wild. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to create the scenario as if we understand phone gamers. Stop it. They're not console gamers. That would be, imagine if a phone gamer tried to convince us that we console gamers want to play Candy Crush. That's the type of games we love. And as soon as the company puts it on PlayStation, we're going to be all over it. I would be like, man, shut up before I slap the shit out of you. The hell is you talking about? Console gamers want to play no goddamn sausage flip. Shut up. We don't want that shit. We want console games. The platform I will say that aligns the closest is PC. PC and console gaming, for the most part, share a lot of the same games, a lot of the same genres. So, like an actual PC gamer and console gamer kind of relate. Of course, we have our differences. You know, PC gamers, they prefer their freedom, performance, all that other stuff. Console gamers prefer just a unified box, whatever. We know the story. All right? It is what it is. That's what we do, right? But I had a conversation with my wife. She sees me. She knows the games I play. She knows them by name. She's been with me for a long time. She sees all the games. She knows. She knows about Call of Duty and The Last of Us. She doesn't want to play these games. She doesn't care. But she sure as hell be on her phone like crazy playing her shit. Harry Heck, thank you so much. He says Sony have paid their lessons with Vita. They saw how bad all the high budget AAA games sold on Vita. Sony now understands that the difference between Vita and phone gaming isn't that much different. Good point. My man Lionel B. Sony might not accept Game Pass on their console, but they're going to have to accept Xbox Live logins for free to close out the console war. Possibly. I mean, technically, Sony has EA logins. Like, you ever played a game on EA, Madden, or Ubisoft games? You have the Ubi whatever thing. Those are actual accounts that you have to log in. You know, Ubi Pass, whatever the fuck it's called. Excuse my language. EA Act, you know, the EA thing, Capcom. Everybody has their own login and stuff. So, you know, it's just interesting though. This is my main thing. Everybody talks about me being toxic or whatever, and stuff like that. You have a good one, Diver. Everybody talks about me being toxic, whatever. But they don't say nothing to these dudes that actually lie to their face. They literally lie to their face to create this scenario and say nothing. They just accept it. And then when it gets proven wrong, they pretend it never happened. Right? Like one of my tweets I posted on Twitter. You know, of course, I throw my little jabs, but there's truth behind it. I put the same people that bragged about or talked about Xbox One X was going to start us selling PlayStation because of, you know, better version of multiplats are the same people trying to convince you we want phone gaming. Think about that. There's Xbox dudes who retweeted that or screen capped that. And now they're saying that that never happened, that nobody hyped that Xbox One X was going to outsell PlayStation. Apparently that never happened. That's all in my imagination. That they never hyped, you know, people are now going to get Xbox because they have the better version of multiplats. It's all about third-party games. That never happened, apparently. Yo, these dudes are wild, son. They're wild as hell. Now I made it up. Now they're like, oh, who said this? Nobody said this. No one said that, you know, more people are going to buy Xbox because this is the better version of multiplats. What? Just shut up, bro. Now they're rewriting history. I mean, hell, Morgana Days did a 40-minute video chronicling all this stuff. These dudes is wild, bro. Apparently, I made that up for views. Yo, I won a bet off of this shit. I guess it was fake money. I don't know. These dudes are wilding, bro. It's crazy. I made that up. Apparently, nobody was hyping Xbox sales and it's going to outsell PlayStation. It's going to take over. That's just me. I did that. I'm making that up. Yo, I can't. Yo, these dudes, I can't with these dudes, bro. Oh, man. Yo, these dudes act like this never happened. I'm like, how? Some of these dudes were in the same conversations. Listen, I'm going to move on to the next topic, but let's finish this one out. Don't listen to Xbox dudes talking about PlayStation, Nintendo. Just don't. They're just compensating for the pain that they're feeling. Just ignore them. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth discussing it with them. At this point, there's very few Xbox dudes you can have a conversation. I can name a couple that I know that you could talk to. Ran is a big one. Zaire, the Broadband Bullies, you can have real conversations with. Who else? My boy, whatchamacallit? Fame 2K. I have conversations with him. You know, there's a few Xbox dudes out there that you could have a conversation to listen, right? But these other dudes, they're lost in the sauce. It's a wrap. Yo, Calirex was good. MBG, you know what I'm saying? I heard it's good too. Yo, even the Red Dragon. There's dudes you can have actual conversation with. Other dudes, it's a lost cause. They're going to forget. They're going to have amnesia. They're going to rewrite stories, rewrite history, delete their Twitter posts. Yo, there's nothing you can do at this point. There's not much you can do. There's nothing to help them with. You know, that's nothing in, right? Now to the next thing, destination PlayStation, right? Let's talk about that and what Sony could do for the rest of 2019, right? So right now, I think in Scottsdale, Arizona, Sony's having a private event with retailers and third-party publishers and stuff like that called Destination PlayStation. I've been trying to read what's going on, and all I'm getting is just rumors of what they're trying to do, whatever. I truly can't get a factual information on what they're actually doing there. All right. The only thing we know is retailers are there. All right. So a lot of things I'm gonna say is just really speculation at this point, but it's also a little things that I hope. All right. So if retailers are there, then obviously Sony's showing something. I don't want to sound like, like no shit, Puertorock, right? Sony obviously showing stuff that is important to retailers to know because that's what they're about to sell in inventory. So let's look at the games, right? Rumors has it they're showing Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us, Death Stranding. Days Gone obviously already has a release date, which is in April. So there's potential that the content they're showing will be releasing soon. Now I remember Sean Layden, right? When he was in an interview and they're talking about why Sony's not E3, he says there's that E3 is having an identity crisis, right? And from Sony's perspective, and I'll hit this one point, is E3 a trade show for retailers or whatever, or is it like a consumer show for the consumers? They didn't know what it was. And at this point, Sean Layden says, if it's a trade show for the retailers, then it's too late because June is too late into the year to push stuff to the retailers for, the winter holiday season, for December, November sales. Sean Layden says that timing is too late. It's too late. June is too deep into the calendar to actually do anything. So if you do it as a trade show, you're really providing information for the following year. But that's too long. If you're doing something as a consumer electronics show, they're saying the setup and how it's designed doesn't maximize the input to get consumers stuff into there. So it's designed like a trade show, but it's too late to be a trade show, and it's not really maximizing the consumer. So in his eyes, E3 is like not really setting its own image, right? Could be damage control. That shit could be a lot of damage control, right? But Sony is having a show with retailers, but it's privatized. It's not open to the public. So what they're doing, you could probably say Destination PlayStation is their trade show for the retailers, right? And they're doing it in March. It's happening right now. So it's early enough in the calendar year. So whatever they're doing right now, right? If you combine that with what Sean Layden said in his interview, they're doing this for the holiday gaming, right? And what's going to happen within the year. So we could potentially have soon big announcements of these games, of The Last of Us, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, which would be absolutely phenomenal. We need these conversations because right now the conversation's being dominated by a platform that's not making good exclusives. Let's be honest, And while Sony's been very quiet and Nintendo's doing their thing little by little, they had a Pokemon Direct and all that. We need more news about games. And not just from third party. We need Sony to talk about their big exclusives and not just more demos. We need the release dates. And then we need the advertisements and the hype and the podcast, the developers talking about it, all waiting for the launch. We need that right now. You understand? We need those games out there. All right. Hopefully this Destination PlayStation, even though there's chances are everybody's under NDA, but there's always a leak. Some way, somehow, they'll find a way to leak stuff. And hopefully we could get leaks of dates for these amazing games. All right? So that's one thing that Sony could do for 2019 in the absence of E3. The next thing is in March, they're having a China Hero event. And let me look it up. I will tell you because I had the note quite quick. But if those of you who are not familiar, the China Hero project is Sony's project working with Chinese developers to bring their games. One notable game is Los Solo Side, right? An amazing game. That was originally being developed by one man, Yang Bing, I think his name is, by himself, right? And Sony saw a demo of it, and they showed the demo on YouTube. And the demo they showed, done by himself, the graphics look like Final Fantasy 15, and then the gameplay is like something you would see in Bayonetta. Absolutely phenomenal when they saw that, right? Yeah, the original demo was by himself. He did that by himself. The first intro demo. Look it up. Los Solo Side is like 2015, 2016. It's not the 2017, 2018, because by that point, Sony hooked them up with more developers. But before that, the very first earliest version you can find, look at it. It looks like Final Fantasy 15 in graphics, character design, absolutely amazing. Given that is one man, right? Especially how long Final Fantasy 15 was in development, because that game was in development. If you remember, Final Fantasy 15 was originally supposed to be Final Fantasy Versus 13. So you're talking about PS3 era. But then they made it its own dedicated universe, and it released on PlayStation 4 and Xbox and whatever, right? So all those developers, all those years, and then you look at this one game by one dude, and it looks phenomenal. And then when you look at the fight, it's kind of like it looks like, like Bayonetta type gameplay, Devil May Cry. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Sony saw this, and they saw other developers, so they created something called the China Hero Project. The Ruhan, my brother, thank you for the super chat. He said, Prevox, what's good? What's good with you, bro? Thank you for rocking out. Sony created this China Hero Project to get more of these Chinese developers to get their foot in the door. And they provided Yang Bang or Yang Bing. I apologize. I have to look up his name again. They gave him more developers. They gave him more resources. Like if he did this by himself, and he was using the Unreal Engine 4 engine on his own. This dude is talented. Talented. It's phenomenal. I'm so hyped. And anyway, back to the point, and I'll read it to you. PlayStation China Hero Project T, 7 new games in upcoming presentations. 7 new games. PlayStation China announced recently that they will be holding a presentation event for the China Hero Project on March 7th, 3 p.m. China time. 6 days, dog. The presentation will show off the second wave of Chinese game studio developed games made under the project, which provides funding and technical support from PlayStation to indie teams. The first wave of China Hero Project games will also get release dates. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, so that means we're going to get a release date for Lost Solo Side. And you can find more about the first wave of games in our previous report here. Woo! Lord, it's happening, dog. People. Yo, this is what Sony needs to do to counterbalance the negativity behind E3 or not being at E3. Now, listen, I'm not going to damage control E3. I know a lot of people say it's irrelevant, whatever. I like E3. I enjoy E3. Because to me, E3 is like our Super Bowl week or like the NBA All-Stars or, think of your favorite sport where they celebrate the All-Star players. So they have like a weekend of, just doing crazy stuff and just having fun stuff, right? And celebrating the sport, celebrating the championship, To me, E3 was that week. So Sony not being on E3 is a little bummer. But how can Sony counteract that? What they're doing now. Oh my God. If I could, maybe I might do a live stream. When is it? March 6th? When is March 6th? Let me look on the calendar. One day March 6th lands. March 6th lands. Coño. Oh shit, that's on a Wednesday. Oh hell no. Nah. At 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern? What's that German time? That shit's probably like at 9 in the morning or some shit. Nah, I'll be at work. Damn. It'll probably, and obviously it'll be in Chinese, so I won't understand what they're saying. But anyway, so look out. March 6th, March 7th, we're going to see release dates for Lost Solo Side. That shit's pre-ordered for me. It's already bought. I already have it. I already own it. It's already done. I'm just waiting for the download. That is crazy. And that's what we need. All right. Next step. We got Days Gone coming in April. I've been seeing previews. From the previews, right? I'm going to give you the positive and I'm going to give you the negatives that I'm afraid of. Not confirmed negative, but just negatives I'm concerned with, right? That I hope it's not there. The positive, the game looks really good. The game looks prestige. It's fitting along with high quality AAA compelling games. The acting, the story looks so far phenomenal. The graphics, the characters, the settings, the gameplay, it's looking good. Days Gone, yo, I'm surprised. It's looking real good. Days Gone is looking crazy good, right? I saw the trailer for The Wedding. That looked crazy. I saw like 1 hour playtime. I forgot what website. It was here on YouTube. I saw it. I was like, yo, the game looks good. I'm pre-ordering that sucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, it does look good. Now, here are my concerns about the game, right? Number one, it is an open world game, and there's talk about motorcycle maintenance. Now, I get the logic. It's post-apocalyptic world, right? And you're driving around on a motorcycle. Yeah, your motorcycle's is going to have wear and tear. You know, it's going to get screwed up. So you better be good fixing your motorcycle if you're riding around. And yeah, you're probably going to have to hunt for gas and all that weird stuff. I just don't want the gameplay of motorcycle maintenance be too much. You understand? I don't want the motorcycle to be the center of the stage. Just do a little bit stuff, you know? Or if anything, yeah, I ever played Fallout New Vegas? You know how they had survivor mode? Where if you pick that mode, I think it was called survivor mode, where you pick that mode, it's like really living in a desert. You had to drink water or you would die. You had to eat. It was very rough. It was like actually surviving in a desert. Have a mode like that for Days Gone, where you have to worry about the little details because you're trying to survive in this world. Because there's some people that honestly do love that, you know? So, you know, play like normal mode with survivor or non-survivor. And non-survivor is like very minute, not that big of a deal. It doesn't slow down and ruin the pacing. It's just a little bit of stuff, you know, not too bad, right? Because what I'm afraid of, taking care of this damn motorcycle will be too much. And that's going to piss me off. Number two, fast travel. It's open world. You have to go all over the places. Obviously, all open world was mission based. Hey, Peter, how was Captain Marvel? I didn't see it yet. It's not even out. Comes out next week out here. There was no early showing for me. It's got to have a fast travel. All open world games have to have a good fast travel. And to me, some of the best fast travels are like Assassin's Creed. You can instantly fast travel anywhere on the map. Great fast travel system. Even RPGs like Fallout. Amazing fast travel. So Quanvo says already confirmed fast travel. I hope so, and I hope they do it right. I can understand you first have to go to an area and explore it first before you can unlock a fast travel. I'm cool with that. I have no issues driving there for the first time. I really don't have issues driving or horse riding. Is when you do it too much. It starts getting ridiculous. Like once I get the pace, once I'm in my bag and I start knocking out these missions, I need to knock these missions out. And I don't have time to be slowed down of all this 10-minute riding around. You know, because I'm going to tell you, to me, riding around, excessive driving, excessive horse riding, excessive anything is bad gameplay. All it does is extend the hours of gameplay for no reason because it's bad gameplay. It doesn't do nothing. It's just traveling. It's just going from point A to point B. It's stupid. Okay? Okay, my man says, I think motorcycle maintenance is great for immersion, but will be irrelevant if there's fast travel. Here's the thing, though. You don't have to use a fast travel. Because some people don't want to do all that driving. Because me personally, excessive driving, riding, whether it's a horse, a car, motorcycle, is bad gameplay. It's not good gameplay. Driving from one city to another city and just driving, and then all of a sudden you're out of gas, that's just bad gameplay. Because you're focusing on things that actually, for some people, in my case, takes away from the game. You know, tailor it to aware in a way to where you can satisfy multiple gamers, and it's not that hard. I don't think it will be that hard because again, Fallout did that. Fallout added a survivor mode, and in that mode, you had to drink water, you had to eat food, you had to rest, you had to, there was a lot of things you had to do to survive in the desert because it's the desert. But if you didn't want to play like that, if you didn't want the actual immersion of living in a desert to impact how you play games, then you don't select survivor mode. That's how I see it. A lot of people are going to play Days Gone, but if you want the same amount of people to enjoy it, it has to be tailored in certain ways. Tailor it to where, the people who want this post-apocalyptic immersion, do or die world, sure, you get to play this way. But then for the gamers that want quicker, in and out to the story, oh man, my man said the bike mania is tied to the story. Oh, fuck. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord. I'm not liking this. Oh, Lord, don't fuck it up for me. Because I will, man, please. Listen, after Red Dead 2, I can't take much more. I can't take much more silliness. Red Dead broke me. I can't do it. Like, I can't take another open world game of that caliber. I just can't ride around just to ride around. That's going to kill me. It's going to kill me, dog. That shit's going to hurt. I can't go through another Red Dead. I can't. I won't. I refuse. All right. I haven't played The Witcher 3 yet. A lot of people are telling me, and I'm like, I haven't played The Witcher 3. I own it. That's the one game I've been putting off for years. And that's it. And then here's the point. Yes, they don't care about what gamers want. It's how they feel it should be played. I agree with that statement, but there has to be a balance to it. It's tied to, there has to be a balance. Because you can do something like, even though it's open world, there's some gamers that like open world games, but they want quicker action. They want to go in and out of the missions a bit quicker. They want to go in. They want to, get shit popping, keep it going, And then you have the gamers that love the exploration, the traveling. They love that. A good open world game caters to both while still keeping the identity and soul of the game. If you heavily lean towards one concept, then those people will like it, right? But then the other people will be like, you know what? This is not my type of game. I'm not going to deal with this franchise. And then that's where the amount of people playing the game, can impact, And that's it. I've ridden a bicycle. Does that count? And that's just how it is. I mean, we're going to see it. We're going to see how the game is. It is what it is at this point, But those are my concerns. But from what I've seen so far in preview, it looks phenomenal. So I'm going to buy it. Of course, I'm going to give it a try. Hopefully it doesn't burn me like Red Dead 2. Because I'm going to be really pissed. They better not do this to me. All right? So beyond E3. So what does Sony do beyond E3? Let's finish off this topic real quick. They're not going to be at E3. So what does Sony got left? Are they going to say nothing for the rest of the year? Do they have the PlayStation ready to unveil? When they're going to unveil it? I will say this. If Sony plans to unveil the PlayStation 5 early 2020, we'll probably see some type of show towards the end of the year. October, November, December. Might be Paris Games Week. Might be a dedicated show. I think it's going to be a dedicated show in the US. But that's if they plan to launch early. If they plan to launch in November 2020, then we're going to see a show early 2019. So depending on when they're ready to launch it, that's when they're going to do it. Now, it would be crazy if at this destination PlayStation, they start talking to retailers, telling them that, hey, we're not going to show you the PlayStation now or whatever, but what we plan to tell you is you need to be ready for early 2020 because that's when we're going to be shipping inventories. That would be crazy if they talk to these retailers at the logistics level of when they can expect to start selling PlayStation 5. And that's the conversation they're having now at this event. That would be insane. Because if that's what happens, and so the next 2-3 days is going to be interesting to see what rumors comes out. But if rumors comes out saying that, hey, retailers were told about the PlayStation 5 and expect an early 2020 release, then we might see a show this year showcasing the PlayStation 5, but more importantly, the games, because that's the big thing. They have to have games at the event. They have to show the games, show us launching, and show our projects. They have to entice us with that. And that will be pretty incredible. But we will only know depending on what they're going to show or what we hear over the next 2-3 days. I would love to hear rumors of, potentially a PlayStation 5 next year. And the reason why I say that, most of you probably thinking, oh, Puertorock, what is it? Power? You need power? It's not power. It's that I know Sony's not making, at least from their first party, big first party, they're not making any more PlayStation games. Or, PlayStation 4 games. Whatever new project they started, it's PlayStation 5. So I'm looking forward to seeing these new projects on PlayStation 5, What if Bloodborne 2 is an actual PlayStation 5 project? I would love to know that. I want to know what PlayStation 5 games they are making. But they can't tell us until they release or unveil, until they unveil that actual console. We're not going to know anything about PlayStation 5 games until they talk about the actual PlayStation 5. That is what I want to know. Sure, is hardware going to be nice to know? Sure, But to me, as long as the hardware they put in makes third party happy, makes their first party developer happy, then I'm good. That's really all I care about. As long as it's something that's easy and powerful for third party to do what they want to do, easy and powerful for first party to do what they want to do, that's all I care about. I don't care about having the most powerful system in the world or whatever. I just need to know, is this the console third party and their own first party developers really want? That's what I want to know. That's it. If they're good with it, then I'm good with it. Show me the games. Show me these PlayStation 5 games you guys are already working on. And I'm good. And that's what Sony needs to do. Keep talking about these games. Keep talking about China Hero Project. Give us release dates. Advertise these games. And I'm golden. What's up with Project Awakening? Man, that's what that's who you telling. That's what I'm trying to find out. Sony's the plug, but they ain't giving us the product. I'm out here feeling like Pookie in New Jack City. These games just keep calling me, man. I'm scratching my neck. My lips is turning chapped and white. What are we doing here? Gotta give me these info, these games. And I don't need E3. Clearly Sony doesn't need E3 in a sense to tell me something. Put out some Twitters, put out some YouTube videos, and I'm good. Got me here feeling like a crackhead while I'm on Twitter listening to these dudes pretending that they like Crackdown and phone gaming. Shut up. I don't hear y'all shit. But anyway, thank you so much for rocking out with me, all right? If you're new to the channel or if you just, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Retweet this out to every social media. I'll post another video out talking about a new topic in a couple of days. Hopefully, I'll hear something from Destination PlayStation. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter. The Twitter link is in the description box so we could continue the conversation. And, of course, let's continue the conversations in the comment box. Man, I appreciate everything. I'm already at 4,900 subscribers. I need 100 more to hit the big 5K at 60 frames. But anyway, y'all have a good night. You know what I'm saying? I hope you have a blessed weekend. Keep it gaming. I wish the best for you and your family. All right? This is your boy, Puertorock 77. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Because I preach truth to y'all. Because I love y'all. The professor is out. Peace.